Hi, I'm John Twist of University Motors, and today I want to talk about wheel splines. These are the little tiny splines that hold the wire wheel, so when you're going down the road, as the hub turns, the wheel turns with it. So over a period of time, these splines wear, and they get smaller and smaller and smaller in diameter. And it doesn't take very much wear to end up where you have a condition where the wheels move separately from the spline and you get a lot of clunking. Originally, the distance across these splines should be 2.450 inches. So if we take our caliper and turn it on, zero it, make sure we're on inches, and we open this guy up to 2.450. So here we've got 2.43. You can see the 2.43. We're looking for 2.45. So this is worn about 20 thousandths. This is worn about 20 thousandths. Is that a lot or a little? Well, 2.450 is the start. And that's great. When you get to 2.440, it's getting worn. 2.430, it's getting pretty tough. 2.420, oh my gosh. 2.390, when it wears another 30 thousandths, you can come to a stop. The hub will stop because the car's in motion, the wheel keeps turning, and it'll turn the spinner off. The spinner will fall off the car, the wheel will fall off. I've only seen this happen once in 50 years. I've heard of it more often than that, not much. I've only seen it myself once. So your wheels give you lots of warning before that condition happens. And that's the clunk that you get when you're accelerating and decelerating, is the wheel moves free from the hub. But if you want to know how worn your hubs are, simply get a set of calipers and measure across there, and you're going for 2.450 inches. And by the time you're at 2.43, it's time to consider doing something. But this, of course, is not the entire extent. We also have the wheel and the spline into which the spline into which this hub goes in here. The problem is we cannot measure inside there. I have never been successful in being able to measure on the inside of here. So instead, you take your index finger and you push it from the inside to the outside, from the outside to the inside, and see if you can feel a ridge. If you can feel a ridge on the inside, just before you get to the inside, which corresponds to this little area here, which is unworn, if you feel your finger rise, as it's going towards the inside here, rise, that's the rising part, the part which seems to be above the normal splines, is the unworn part of the splines. This is just a generic, or just an organic measurement using your index finger. But if the ridge is too much, it's like, oh boy, you better consider getting new wheels. If you get a new hub and put it with a used wire wheel, it's going to wear the hub prematurely. If you get a new wheel with an old hub, it's going to wear the wheel prematurely. You should probably get a new hub and a new wheel at the same time. But the hubs are pushing 200 bucks a piece. The wheels are pushing 300-400 if you get chrome more. So it ends up being an expensive proposition. You can get just 2 new wheels, put those on the front of the car so they're nice and straight and round, and put the least worn of the other 3, or the other 5, in the rear. So that's just my quick comments about wire wheels today. It's all but impossible to measure the inside of here. I've never come up with a way. Maybe somebody who has done that can tell me what they found. And you can measure the outside of the splines here, and you're looking for 2.450. So, quick, easy wire wheel maintenance. Make sure they stay greased. At least put grease on them. At least put grease on this. Anti-seize is better, but anti-seize of course creeps. So if you use anti-seize one Saturday, 2 weeks from then you're going to get out a pair of shoes out of your closet that you haven't worn in 2 years, and there's anti-seize on them. It's like, how did it get there? I don't know. Anti-seize creeps, but it's great on wire wheels. A couple other places in the car too. I don't overuse it because of that creep factor. Hey, until later, John Twist, University Motors, safety fast.